Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Justine, and today I have another list for you. We're getting real exciting on this channel. Now that in recent channel years I have been making more video game central videos, just me talking about them or playing them, whatever, I thought it was important to share with you what my favorite video games actually are. Now, a couple on here you will have definitely already heard me talk about. I can't help it. A couple will absolutely make sense for what I like and who I am, and some of them I think are really gonna throw people off. I don't think video games need any other introduction than that, so let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about some video games. I love video games. I personally do not care about console versus system versus this versus Mac versus whatever. I will play anything I want on any system I want across a bajillion different systems. I literally do not care, and you're gonna notice that with this list. Up first, everyone should really come to expect this. It's The Sims! Specifically, my most favorite is The Sims 3, and that's what I go back and play all the time. People are like, why don't you play Sims 4? The graphics are so much better, they created Sims so much better, blah, 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 blah. Sims 4 is garbage. I hate Sims 4, and I don't want to touch it. I have it in a couple expansions or something, but it was nonsense the way it rolled out. The way they're doing stuff pack versus theme packs versus expansion packs is a friggin' ripoff. It's all garbage. I'm sticking with Sims 3. Plus, I have 90% of the Sims 3 expansions, so why wouldn't I just continue playing that one? I have been playing Sims since the very first iteration of it, The Sims. I have played every version, including the weird online version they had for a very small amount of time. I feel like my parents should have not let me play that at my age, but whatever, I did. I've had it on every system. I've had My Sims. I have played the app. I played it on Facebook. If there is a Sims, I have played it. It's definitely my comfort game. It's been there my whole life. I really enjoy it. I do a lot of challenges now. That's usually what I'm doing when I'm playing Sims. And I am one of those people that doesn't touch it for several months, binges hard for a week, and then doesn't touch it for several months. I don't know. Why do we play Sims like that? My number 2 favorite video game, again one that everyone should see coming, is the Harvest Moon Story of Seasons franchise. My top favorites in this one are, of course, Animal Parade on the Wii. Frickin' love it. It's the best. Trio of Towns for the Nintendo 3DS, mostly because I love Ludus. I just want to marry him all the time, and I can't believe he's coming back in the new one. And weirdly enough, A Wonderful Life on PlayStation 2. And this one is thrown in there because it's one of the ones that I first went big on with my best friend at the time. I used to go to her house all the time. We'd stay up super late playing A Wonderful Life. I definitely fell asleep playing it sometimes. And I love that you could set up that little blanket market thing where you sold random stuff to people who came by. I don't know. I just thought that was a funny little feature that we've never seen again. I love it. Give me back my blanket stall. I do also, under this category, while I prefer overall the Harvest Moon brand, any other kind of farming, sim life, Stardew Valley, My Time at Portia, Pumpkin Days I just backed a new one. I love them all. Harvest Moon is my favorite, but God, I will play any iteration of this type of game. It's my jam. It's everything I need in my life. Number 3 is one that I don't think a lot of people will see coming, and that is the Fable series. What? Not including Journeys, though. I want to say that right now. Not including that. Our first video game system actually in my house, not using somebody else's, was the Xbox. We had the special edition, crystal version. My father gave us that for Christmas. It was very cool. And one of the first games, or the first game I think we had because it came with it, was Fable. And I freaking love Fable. Oh my God. It's one of the few games that I've completely finished every single iteration. I did 1, 2, and 3. I did also try Journeys. Wasn't great, but that's irrelevant. We're not counting it. 3 is definitely the weakest, but I still enjoy it for a lot of reasons, mostly that I get to be a royal. I do hate that you have to cheat to win, but whatever, if you want to be good at least. But the first 2, oh my God, they're freaking life-changing. They weren't too graphic. You could play it as a kid. It was a little violent, but it wasn't horrific. There was no real gore. You could sleep with people, we eventually learned. Oops. But whatever. I had to be good every single playthrough. There was absolutely no way I could grow those horns. I hated them. I wanted the beautiful halo in the wings. The one, I think, bad thing that I did was you could marry a different spouse in every single town because they never leave the town, so they never knew each other. So I would have as many spouses as there were towns. And I think in the second one, somebody blackmailed you because of it, and I probably killed them. Or paid them off. But anyways, that was my very bad deed. And in the third, the point where you can tell your childhood love to either marry you or marry the person you're with, I do tell them to marry me, even though it gives you bad points. I love them, and they're gonna marry me. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's very outside of like what I'm normally into, but I love the Fable series so much, and I want to play it again now that I'm talking about it, honestly. Our next one, I think, puts a little back on track for my personality. Number 4 is Roller Coaster Tycoon. I'm pretty sure this was one of the games that originally came in a cereal box. Like, you could get it with your Cheerios or something. I have it on Steam. I have 1 and 2, I think. I have a couple. I love it. I still play it to this day. Every once in a while I sit down and just design a theme park. Ugh, all my theme parks are super successful because of course I am very good. What can I say? I think this probably birthed my love of like tycoon management type games too from when I was a kid. I love it so much. It's so fun. It's very basic, but I can lose myself for hours in it just designing things. It was the reason as a young person I wanted to be a roller coaster engineer. I wanted to design roller coasters, and then I hit grade 10 math and went, ooh, no. Into the arts I go. And the next one, number 5, is really along this same vein. It's Zoo Tycoon, specifically number 2. It's not on Steam, I don't think. Yeah, no, it's not. So sometimes I have to acquire it by other means. But Zoo Tycoon 2 is so good. With all the expansion packs, you can have like your little sharks in a tank. You can have the Arctic. You can have dinosaurs. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I love it. Zoo Tycoon 2 is the best. I tried to play Zoo World or Zoo Planet, Planet Zoo, something like that, on Steam as like a replacement. It sucked. I hated it, and I will never play it again. I want Zoo Tycoon 2. Put it on Steam. Let me play it. I'll get so many hours in. Just give it back to me. Number 6, I have not been into as long as some of these other ones, but I do go hard at it, and that is Animal Crossing. I have had a few different versions, including Wii. I definitely had the Happy Home Designer. I've got it now on the Switch. It's a very enjoyable game. I don't know, I can't always play it as long as I play some of the other games, and I do go in and out of like being into it, kind of being bored, being into it, kind of being bored, just because it can get a little repetitive, which, I mean, technically Harvest Moon is also repetitive, but I don't know, it hits differently for me. But I do love a good Animal Crossing. I've been doing really well on the Switch. I'm unfortunately still not at a 5-star island, but I also haven't been trying recently. And I did just get Puck, the penguin, who dresses like a hockey player, so I should probably go back and see how he's doing. I love the dress-up aspect of the game, especially on the Switch. I change my outfit every single day I play because I have so much clothing. And I personally love Tom Nook. And I love Flick so much. I adore Flick. Ugh, I'm currently building a shrine to him on my Switch island. What can I say? Number 7, I feel like is also coming out of a little left field. Dead or Alive Ultimate. This was another game that we just had on our Xbox. I don't totally remember where it came from or why we had it, but it was the first like fighting game I was really introduced to, and I just sat down and was freaking good at it. I don't know what to tell you. It's super offensive to women, super sexist. You could knock their clothes off. You saw underwear all the time, and the physics made no sense. But oh my god, was I undefeated at that game, so I loved playing it. I played through the story over and over and over to get all the new costumes. I was obsessed. Honestly, if I had it right now, I would probably still play it. Women can have a little misogyny as a treat. Yeah, I don't know, I went hard. I didn't enjoy other ones quite as much. I did Tekken, I did Street Fighter. I wasn't nearly as good, and I don't know why. And I also just didn't fall in love with them. Although there was one fighting game, and I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one that has Darth Vader in it. And there was a character that kind of reminded me of Harley Quinn. She had these big hoops you could fight with. I did love her, and I got pretty good at playing with her, so that was good. But nothing will replace the original Dead or Alive Ultimate. I don't know. Number 8 is specifically Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii. I loved it. I played it all the time. I don't know what it is. I haven't been as like drawn to it on the Switch. I actually don't even own it. I've just played it on other people's systems. I do pretty well, all things considered. But yeah, I loved it on the Wii. I still have it in my video game cabinet. Played it all the time. I do main Link. I don't know what to tell you. Link's the best. It's good. Smash Bros. Brawl is so good. It's peak. I don't care what anybody says. Number 9 is the computer game Banished, which I discovered a few years ago and have gone really hard on since. You're just got these people starting out in this world with nothing, and you have to build it up. I love it. I don't know why specifically that one, out of all these kind of world builder games I'm most drawn to, but I play it over and over and over and over again. I love it. I'm actually pretty good at it. For the first while I was not. People were dying all the time. And I'd build my city up and it seemed like I'd be going good, but I would expand too quickly and things would be too far away and people would then die anyway. Nice. But I don't have that issue anymore. My cities really do thrive, may I be bold enough to say. Yeah, I freaking love it. If you haven't played Banished, it's on Steam, and it's not that expensive. I do recommend checking it out. It's a lot of fun. I am into it. And number 10 is a real love-hate relationship for me. It's Eternal Sonata. And you guys are like, Justine, you've talked about this video game. It drives you crazy. It frustrates you to no end. Why is it on this list? Because I can't escape it. I played it so much trying to beat this back in the day. This was a game that we still had a video rental store up the hill from our house, and I rented it, and I had to rent it again and again and again, and I still couldn't beat it, so I had to buy it. And then I still couldn't beat it. It took me years, and then I did beat it, and it had the most disappointing ending that anyone could have ever given me after all that work. But honestly, I still go back to play it sometimes. I don't know. Oh, I guess I'm Stockholm syndromed into it. I love the characters. I think it's a beautiful game. Geez, the animation holds up to this day. And I like the story up until it starts to end. So unfortunately, it does have to make it on this list, despite all the hardship it has given me. Frick you, Eternal Sonata. And that's it. That's my list of my favorite video games ever. The very best video games, I might argue. Some other honorable mentions that just couldn't go in here because I haven't played them quite enough to match up to some of these, but I do love are, weirdly enough, Sid Meier's Pirates and Civilization. Love those. They're great. I really enjoyed Spore back in the day when it came out. Nintendogs changed my life. Oh my god. Who didn't play Nintendogs? It was so good. I really enjoyed Life is Strange, even though I didn't finish that one, so that can kind of go in the honorable mentions. And really, any kind of time management game from Big Fish Games. They're stupid, and I love them. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this list. Let me know what some of your video game favorites are, and if you have any that match up with me, I would think that is pretty cool. And I will be doing a Let's Play as soon as my new microphone comes. Could be some of these games, could not be. If you would like to have an opinion on what I play, go ahead and check out my Patreon. You can pledge to that, and I'm going to be putting out polls all the time for what I should be playing and what decisions I will make in the games, so you can really get involved in what's going on. And if you like the video games that I like, and you like weird nerdy content that's just a little all over the place, you should definitely subscribe. Come back. There'll be something completely different every single week because I have no consistency. It's great. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.